This is the Dockers halftime. 100% cotton, wrinkle-free Dockers.
And welcome back to Hollywood and the Dockers halftime. JB, Terry, Jimmy, and Howie back here. We'll get some comments from these guys on that game in just a bit. But let's talk first of all about this Dallas-San Francisco game, 7-7 at the half. And, of course, the big concern going into this game was the condition of the bruised thumb of Troy Aikman.
You know, it's the right hand of Troy, the palm. Everybody concerned, could he handle the football? Well, this ought to dispel any doubts about that as he hooks up 90 yards to Alvin Harper, who had been covered by Deion Sanders, but he had been knocked out of the game early with a finger injury. Al Harper, 90-yard reception, knocked out on the 5-yard line.
That set up Emmitt Smith, of course, who takes it into pay dirt, and that gave Dallas its first score by the score of 7-0.
Now we see Troy Aikman dropping back, looking, trying to get the ball over the middle. Great play by Merton Hanks. Inside on Harper, tips the ball up, comes down with the interception. One of 2 interceptions in the first half of Troy Aikman.
Okay, and we're all tied at 7 apiece at Candlestick Park. Okay, moving to Green Bay. This one is at the half. The Jets are leading this one by a field goal. A Rob Moore 11-yard touchdown reception from Boomer, accounting for the difference as well there. In the Battle of Los Angeles, it's 2 touchdown passes from Jeff Hostetler, and the Raiders lead it by a touchdown. That one at the half. In Denver, John Elway's 12-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos are blanking the Seahawks 7-0. Boy, this was a wild one down in Miami as the Bears hold on for a 3-point victory. Steve Walsh, 5-0 as a starter. 2 old-timers having a conversation, Butkus and Mean Joe Green.
Bears have the lead. Marino backfires, gets Keith Jackson, the tight end, inside and out on a safety and linebacker touchdown, ties the game up when they went for 2. And then Kevin Butler with the winning field goal for the Bears. David Wannstedt now has had his Bears team to 6-4. Steve Walsh is 5-0 as starter.
Walsh doing an outstanding job, and, of course, Wannstedt as the head man there. Chicago wins at 17-14. In New England, boy, I tell you, Drew Bledsoe, what a whale of a second half. 354 yards. Bill Walsh, make that Bill Parcells saying, hey, what time is it? Bledsoe time.
Bledsoe time, you're right. This guy attempts 70 passes, a new NFL record. This is the touchdown pass in the corner of the end zone to Kevin Turner. This was in overtime. New England wins this football game. New record for Bledsoe for passes attempted, 71, I believe, in completions, which was 45.
We'll go with it. He was 45 of 70. He's good enough.
Close enough.
Close enough. New England wins it in overtime by 6. Okay, down in New Orleans in the Battle of the South, it was the Saints coming away with a 1-point victory. Mario Bates, the rookie, did a great job, 141 yards on the ground. But, of course, the golden foot of Morton Anderson, as usual, accounting for the difference as June Jones' team drops now to 5-5. The Saints improve to 4-6 with that victory there. The New York Giants lost today to the Arizona Cardinals. Steve Berline, pretty impressive, 17 of 33, 180 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. You know, Randall Cunningham went into this game saying Cleveland had the best defense. That's what proved to be the difference today. The Browns spanked the Eagles 26-7. San Diego's Stan Humphries, 21 of 36, 206 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Chargers beat the Chiefs by 1. And in the battle of the 1-8 teams, Jeff Blake, the man in Cincinnati, takes the Bengals to their 2nd victory of the season by a field goal. Now, as we take a look at this San Francisco-Dallas game, Jimmy, let me start with you. You hold Dallas to 7 points. San Francisco's D doing a pretty good job.
Well, I think that, really San Francisco's getting out of Deion Sanders what they thought they were going to get out of him. He's got one-on-one coverage, and he's really making some plays. And in fact, had he been in the ball game when Alvin Harper had the reception over the middle, that would have been probably a 40-yard game because Deion would have run him down from behind rather than a 90-yard game. The other thing, too, Troy Aikman told me this about a month ago. He said, I said, Troy, what's the difference between Norv Turner calling the plays and Ernie Zampese calling the plays? He said, Ernie likes to take the ball down the field a little bit more than Norv. Norv likes to pick away at it, and that's good and bad. It's bad if there's incompletions like today, but it's good, obviously, if you get the jump ball with Alvin Harper.
Yeah, Dallas' defensive line right now is all over Steve Young, and the most successful play right now for the 49ers has been Steve Young running the ball. He had four runs for 55 yards. Dallas' defensive line running those tough stunts, running the tackles first, looping the ends around, getting a lot of pressure on him. Merton Hanks, I said Deion Sanders is the best defensive back in football. Merton Hanks is trying to prove me wrong. They're playing man coverage with Deion, and they're running some zone on the backside. Deion one-on-one. He looks a little winded. I was wrong. Maybe he can't play wide receiver.
Yeah, this is a great game for the 49ers because look at the stats. You have the #1 pass defense in the Cowboys, and what the 49ers have done is come out, and their scoring drive, 90-something yards, was done all runs and misdirection, getting those guys down, and Steve Young carrying the football.
Hey, fellas, in unison, who's the most valuable player for Dallas?
Oh, Alvin Harper.
Kevin O'Neill.
Kevin O'Neill, the trainer.
No question about it. We'll be back with more of the Dockers halftime after this.